G'day guys, what's cracking? As a photographer, one of the things I value is images and video of anything, anywhere. And so that can take up my life in peculiar and interesting ways. But one of the things I've long wanted is a dash cam. For the simple reason that when you're driving along, things happen and take place in front of you that you have no chance of ever photographing or ever capturing on video, but they're fascinating, like a bike doing a wheelie down the road, or some kangaroos jumping out in front of the car, or, well, potentially a car accident or some crime that you can help with the evidence of afterwards. And so I've been after a dash cam for quite some time, and I wanted one that didn't have the viewfinder on the back, because that would just be a constant distraction, me looking at what I'm already looking at. DDPAI sent this to me and asked me to review it, and I said yeah, because I'm sure there's some others of you like me out there that are after a good deal. And so this is called the Mini Pro. This is how small it is. Look, it's just tiny. There it is. And that attaches to your windscreen, and then your camera just rolls around wherever you want it to. So we're going to go out into the car and we're going to attach it, because I've got a special SD card that's arrived that you need when you're shooting with one of these. SanDisk Extreme SD card, 128 gigabytes. Let's go. Now, to make all this possible, you get a very long cable, you get an adhesive pad to put on your windscreen that attaches to the camera, you get a little jimmy bar to make you hide the cables, and you get this cool little adapter that enables you to put it in your cigarette lighter to USB. So I've cleaned this area just here, and you get these nice sticky pad that you can peel off, and then this sticks nice and central just here. You have to make sure that it's out of your field of view as a driver, because you don't want further distractions. And that's got a little like dashed line that you apply the camera to. So here's the camera, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it on there, and I want to make sure that this can be swiveled appropriately. And then I am going to apply it so it's straight. There you go. It's mounted. Hello boys. We're not quite done. Let me show you what else we need to do. We're going to take the cigarette lighter, USB plug, we plug it in just like that. We take our massive cable, take the elastic band off, and as you can see, this should in a minute go all the way along there, down there, and round into there. I'm going to make sure for now that it works nicely. So we're going to plug this in, fire it up. Okay, so I just plugged it in. It says initializing, and it's doing that. It then formats your memory card that you have in there, and I would recommend not going longer than 128 gig, because some of these units just don't like it. It's completely out of view. Here's the app, and it takes you through a series of steps that once you download the app, you then fire up the app and it tells you to connect to your Wi-Fi. You do that with their password, then you change your password, and you then get this viewpoint. And as you can see from this, that my camera is slightly tilted down, so I want to tilt it up, and I can do that just by reaching around and sliding it up like that. So the horizontal auxiliary line means it's not warped at that line, but it's warped everywhere else. So you want that line to be probably about where the road is, I'd say. So I'm going to spin it down a little bit. I think that's ideal right there. What you first need to do is make sure your car is on. If your car's not on, there's no power to the camera, and therefore you can't download using the Wi-Fi on the camera. Once that's on, you simply head to the app of DDPAI, which is the camera manufacturer. It says connecting to camera, pulls it up, and that's our current preview. Now you'll notice there's a slider where we can identify, and you see the live preview, you can identify where you were. So let's say that last night something happened, and I want to capture that moment. So we go back to here, and let's say it was 8:44 p.m. last night. I can go back to there and say, yeah, that's when the incident happened. Because that's when the incident happened, I'm going to press download. When I press download, it will give me a preview of what it's downloading and the image as it unfolds. And so let's say a kangaroo jumps out in front of the road, or something else happens. I can just monitor this and go, yep, that's when it happened. Good, I'm capturing that. I'll wait a little bit longer because they will sort themselves out or whatever. You get the gist. And I'm complete. I hit complete. And it then takes that video at 1256p, so it's better than high def, and transports it to my gallery. I then go to my gallery,
I open my gallery. Here it is for your viewing pleasure. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see just how good a quality it is. I'll show you some other footage as well, taken in direct sunlight, taken at night, taken just when I've been driving along, so you can see the quality of this 1296 DDPAI resolution. It has a field of view of 140 degrees and uses 5 optical lenses. I think you get bang for your buck with this Mini Pro. You can have 24-hour parking monitoring if you hardwire it into the electronics of your car. It has a self-developed real cube image technology, has 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi and up to 256 gig storage. Most units just have 128, it says 256, and uses amazing technology to give you the best quality result that you can get.
Oh, it's also worth noting that this records audio as well of what's happening in the car and probably what's happening out there. I know this because as I'm listening to the playback, there's... Yeah, it's my bronchitis, so... I'll turn it off. Oh man, it sounds so bad. I don't even smoke. It's picking up the audio of what happens in the car as well as what's happening outside, which is quite interesting. Now it's just told me it started recording up here as it's downloading here. So I guess once it's buffered, it's now buffered so it can get back to recording up here as it downloads the rest.
What do you think of the DDPAI's Mini Pro? Is it for you? It's so insanely cheap. Look, that's the price. I'll put a link in the description below so you can go over that. If you have any questions or queries about this before you buy it, please put them in the comments below, because I had a ton of queries before I got one, and I think I can help you answer some of those. If you like this video, you like me, subscribe, like it, all the rest of that jazz, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll be interested to see if you think too whether dash cam video and cameras belong on this channel. What do you think? Let me know, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, so I just plugged it in. It says initialize. Oh.